Sup fams, Channel Eeps episode 104. This is part 6 of 6, the conclusion with my interview with Maria Tsang, accomplished interior designer. The overarching theme on this episode is finding the balance and manifest the art of networking. Let's begin.
That's always a good thing, you know. But then, are you putting 100% of your effort every day trying to, until it shows some signs of harvest, you know?
Interesting. Okay, yeah. So they're like jumping around trying to find a quick.
Yeah, and in the end,
yeah.
Now he's saying that he cannot articulate what he wants, but then he's more catering towards, oh, I want to become a cop. Oh, I want to become a firefighter. Oh, I want to, these things are more labor intensive, more tangible, because like you show up to work, it's just shift work, it's fixed first of all. You already have a goal, it's set, you are dealing with tangible things. You're not dealing with numbers per se for this gentleman, right? You're not dealing with finance, numbers, investments. You're helping people. You're reaching your hands out there, it's very tangible things. It's you see it with your eyes. You know what you're doing. Totally. It's very known. And there's another person. He had like similar syndromes, but then he's in the legal business. He is really into the whole. He's ideal North American or American small town cowboy farming, the kind of thing.
Oh wow, interesting.
So very grounded, and they're both 28. So
they seem that there's that. Seem to be a trend to be more into these sort of
connecting themselves to something physical analog things, or
it could be
lifestyle, or or hobbies, to start with.
Maybe the pendulum is now going back to more back to the roots of analog world.
But isn't it interesting? Like how our generation specifically, this 10 years, people born within this 10 years, we are able to balance. Well, not everybody, but that is, I suppose.
Maybe just I think we're the messed up ones. Actually, we're the minority. We're messed up. I think we just want to balance it. I think we're just crazy, man. I think it's... But I think that having exposure to both worlds is I think
sure,
is actually
because you're still living on this earth, right?
Yeah. So if everything's all digital all the time, every day, every moment, like that, then it's one extreme. It's just too far off on the other side. So I think that because of that, I think a lot of perhaps the trend, or what will be interesting to see 10 or 20 years down the road, that where society will start to
swing back
to analog, something that's a mixture of digital but more on analog world. Like I mean it's a moving target.
Interesting.
Balancing worlds.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. Yeah.
Okay, I have no more topic getting down.
Crazy. We've covered a lot of things. I'm gonna have to see how I'm gonna splice this.
You're gonna try and pick out keywords.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Is there a way to actually get ChatGPT to look at it and go, hey, can you categorize or the topics? What?
Seems to
be that you're talking about that. I bet you could do that.
I go to sleep.
I know, right? It's like our world never ends. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's interesting because now that I'm sure you agree with it 100%. Like your craft is something that isn't in terms of design skills, right? It's not the hard skills, but your craft, right? What you're selling with is something that you can control, right? Until the point that you start to get your own project, becoming your own representatives of your own work. Taking up your own liabilities, accountability on stuff you're facing your own clients, then you realize that people relation on the business side of things is actually the toughest one to crack.
Toughest.
Toughest.
You know, creating part is
No, not that it's easy.
It's not easy.
But it's in your hands at least.
It's in
you
your
know?
hands. Sometimes.
Are you gonna tell stories? Tell.
No. I was just gonna say. I'm saying like.
You're trying to summarize it.
50%. It depends on the situation, but 50% is the art. 50% is actually the people. But sometimes actually 20% is the art and 80% is the people. To actually.
And then there are many
players. Many hands to play.
Yeah, many hands to play, and then there are so many infinite ways of doing things.
Yeah,
connecting these people.
Yeah.
The sequence of it, who you talk first, who you talk after, you know.
It's a strategy.
Exactly.
It's a
strategy.
It's a role-playing
and then
RPG.
do you talk to them, you know, being forthcoming, or do you let the third person tell them, you know, maybe that person has a more influential impact on the target that the client that you're trying to target. Maybe maybe you don't know that client as much, and then the client, you know, the client, you know, like values this third person's opinion, you know.
Yeah.
In the business world, yeah. Proxy. So you have to like.
But that's
you have to create a scene, you know.
Yeah, but that is the world of business networking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, building relationships. That's the hardest code to crack.
Yes.
For a lot of
dynamic,
people.
yeah.
The dynamic. They know really. I know it sounds cliche. You know, everyone hears it, but it's like networking is very important. That is what networking is.
It is.
That's how you.
It is.
To discipline and build the skill of networking is what you're describing.
Yes.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It's a totally different.
It takes time too. Yeah.
But that's why
don't think that just because you have all this experience,
you can be the most talented person ever.
If people don't know you, they're not gonna hire you because they don't know about you, right?
That's right.
And it's not just simple as, oh, all of a sudden you're here. Oh, your fee is not bad. Okay, you know, they don't just hand it to you.
Oh my God, I wish that life was so easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's a brand new. If I were to describe, a whole new world.
Oh God, yeah. You want to harmonize? Let's go. It's like.
What was I gonna say? If I have to, like, you know, describe my
Shit.
my like what's happening to this point, you know, like my past 17 years experience, I would call it, you know, the first part, part one, now it's just I'm just barely beginning on, you know, opening the beginning of part two or chapter 2. How many chapters in the story? I don't know, but this is brand new, you know. I mean, I dealt with a lot of clients before, you know, but then I always dealt with in the protection of a company.
Right.
You know, I wasn't the boss, you know.
Right.
I was a mini boss. I was a director, whatever. Yeah, I gave them, you know, my comments. You know, I fought for, you know, I stood behind our designs. I safeguarded all that stuff. You know, like we talking about money, but still, it's not the same experience as becoming your own boss.
For sure.
Safeguarding the integrity of your artwork, you know, of your design, and then, you know, even in my trade, it gets even darker, right? Because there's a lot of money.
There's a lot of hands at play.
Yeah, and then there's a lot more liability issues, right? Because it's actually tangible structures that you have to build, right? And then the building codes, fire codes, all this stuff, you know. And
a lot of dynamics.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
What I mean at the end of the day, like, because
it can get very dark.
Yeah.
But you can choose to be the light in this dark world. I'm not saying that, oh, I'm going to be this lotus in this muddy lake. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you can choose to bring out the good even in a bad situation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can still try to be good or try to have some good impact even though it's in a very bad situation, you know?
Yeah,
Oh my god, is it another topic?
And that's all I
Oh
thought.
my
But
god,
that's
I better
but,
stop,
but that's
man.
like that's the navigation. That's the world of
I'm so
entrepreneur.
excited about it. It's like I feel like such a badass, you know?
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
No, because you're living it. You're going through it. You're living it,
Yeah,
right?
it's so cool.
It is cool. It is cool. I mean, I think it's cool.
It finally feels real.
Yes. Ah, yes. So like,
Oh my god.
oh my God.
Are you getting the download?
I have another download, but I'll try to make it short. But it's like when you feel it's real, it's like just the very fact of me. Okay, very fact of me. I was in Yokohama, in February. The landmark tower, very iconic building with a lot of businesses in there, and I was in there. It's my dream coming true. Like, I'm in Japan, talking about creative industries, I'm art and code. They invited me because of my skill.
Yeah.
Meeting the clients, making the arrangements, meeting B2B in Japan. Like that scenario itself, like that. And then just the fact of going to the airport, landing, taking the Keisei Skyliner to Tokyo at the hotel, like that. I was like, my God, I'm living it. Like if I look at my third person, like that's pretty cool. Like,
yeah,
I'm doing it
now.
But okay, and then of course whether
and obviously that's just the beginning of it.
Yeah, that's the beginning of it. But whatever the outcome, whether something does happen or something doesn't happen or something needs to further develop, then that's what it. That being said, the very act of you making it happen, you're going to the source. Like that in itself is such
the excitement of finally kicking the door open.
Like that. Yeah, that is a very that's empowering. That's just empowering as it can get.
Yeah.
Like that's what you mean by living it in raw, living it raw, the rawness of it.
Yeah, as the the first person in the story, like it's finally realizing
you're the main character.
Yes, you're the main character.
In this world. And you go to and you're having those meetings. Sitting down. Like I remember I was sitting down and I'm not being too like out of a movie or thinking all grand, but the act
almost.
Okay, fine.
It's almost like living a comic strip. You feel like the wind blowing through your hair. You feel like, oh, I'm so cool. Like I'm so independent. Like carrying my remote. Oh, I'm so cool. Finally I'm spreading my own brand. Like introducing in my favorite country in Japan.
I know. I mean, it's like I go into the Canadian embassy. Okay, it's like security. Security. Here's a passport going in there. You meet the trade commissioner. You have your meetings, debriefing. Cool. Okay, what's the game plan, kind of thing. Having these meetings that are that's related to the country. And I'm like, shit, I'm doing this. This is crazy. This is pretty damn cool. And I know Japan and I know Tokyo in the back of my head. I know where it is. I go there, boom. Have a meeting, go back.
Yeah, perfect.
It's just like I figured it out. Like I had it all, and I'm owning it. I'm owning that responsibility, and I think it's again.
That's the right way. Yeah, empowering.
I was just like, wow.
And it's not just. It doesn't just happen just like that.
No.
With years of prepping in the background.
Years of prepping.
Yeah.
And
it's because there's so much prepping that when you actually perform it, you make it look so effortless.
Yes, exactly.
Like the back of your hand, like you said,
And then I'm then a follow-up meeting with who.
And not to mention when you perform it, when you show up, you have to make yourself look effortless too.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Yeah, you know your shit. You just
and I have the mannerisms, and it's like name card. Like I have the whole thing locked down, and we just sit down, and after that we go to Motesando, we go for a coffee, we talked about other things, like creative industries related stuff, and I'm just picturing myself third person, like sitting down at a place, it's like really, I hate saying this word, but keep on saying it's really manifesting that dream, you know. I remember it, and I was hanging with one of my friends. He works at Sony Corporation in close to Shinagawa. I go to the head office there, go to the Sony building, we have a great chat. We go out, we're going to some little bakery shop, and I remember getting this picture was all this with my friend. We're sitting down outside. I'm just sunglasses, just chatting, you know.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then,
you're living the main character.
Yeah. And I realized that people are looking at us, chatting.
Yeah.
And then because I think we give off this other energy vibe.
Yeah, this aura.
This
big view, big balls energy, right?
I think it felt something was
like as you're describing these scenes, I'm just like, thinking back of all those moments that I spent the time during the trips with, the boss that I was helping with at that time. And I always noticed there's this like priceless, empowering moment where they just look so fulfilled, so happy, like so living the main character moment.
Yeah.
It could be like even it could be we're going there for like a periodic site visit, and then maybe the client's trying to talk their way into, oh, can I have some freebies? Can you as a freebie, can you also design this bathroom for me, or for instance, right? But they still have this really grateful, very fulfilled moment.
Yeah. So I think that feeling, I'm still trying to figure that out too.
Yeah.
But what you just described, I think they all of them had that fulfillment.
Yeah.
Because they know what all of them they went through with the thick of it.
Yeah.
They went through the history. They reached at a point that they understood each other.
Yeah.
Because they are at this point because they went through a lot to get to where they are.
Yeah.
So the level of fulfillment is like, they don't even need to speak a word, but they understand each other in that way, and they appreciate, and they're also very grateful.
Yeah.
And that's why they're very
So I'm trying to reliving those moments and then overlapping with your description, how you describe your own experience, and it's like it matches up.
I think it does.
Because I never understood. Well, I kind of understood it, but I never really fully understand it. Because I was just an employee, right? And then I was like, for God's sakes, he's asking you for freebies. Why are you so happy? I was reading it like that, right? Because I wasn't feeling the emotions. Right. And then now that as we describe it, and I overlap, what I saw, and then now plus, mixing in now that I'm starting my own entrepreneurship, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that feeling there's that dynamic, and that's part of the relationship. But yeah. Craziness.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go home and sleep. Oh
my god, it's like
gosh.
3 hours. Okay. Channel East, we're gonna conclude. Maria, thank you so much. We have to it was maybe next time we would do one when we're in Hong Kong or something like that.
Oh, we can even do it,
We could,
But wait, I'm going now I'm going in April.
Yeah, well, I might be back in Asia around that time too, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
But we want to go to Kyoto, so maybe you can be a tour guide.
I only know a couple places in Kyoto, but maybe we explore together.
Beats me,
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
But thank you very much for listening. I'm gonna try to divide this into maybe 3 episodes now, an hour.
3 episodes, an hour each. Oh my god! And who's gonna listen to that? Probably just us.
No. Well, we'll see. Well, we don't know until we try it.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. It's episode probably 99, 100, 101 maybe.